What's good, y'all, man? It's your boy Big and PH. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. So today, we're reacting to pretty known vloggers video. Shout out 1090J. I know y'all like my shirt, by the way, Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what I'm saying? It's the weekend, right? Friday just passed. And you know, one thing I always say, man, the streets is too dangerous, but the sidewalk ain't. Ain't no cars driving up and down the sidewalk. I always tell y'all, the streets is dangerous, but the sidewalk ain't. There you go. But we gonna get to the reaction video. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna break it down. Get some key points. I'll be setting up Twitch sometime this week. So we're gonna take this over to the stream. I'll be putting the Twitch link in the description. I'm just getting everything together. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the kid. I've been appreciating y'all's support so far. I've been seeing a little more engagement. We're gonna keep going with these videos, man. But yeah, it's 1090J EOS. This is a video on the Pooh Shiesty situation. It's been a crazy situation. I think it's been crazy because nobody expected it. Nobody expected the rumor. Nobody expected the outcome. Everything just been unexpected for the situation. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the boy, man. We're gonna keep building this channel every day, day by day. It's the away team, man. I know y'all rocking with me. Away game. I know y'all rocking with me, man. Switch.
Individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals who were charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty.
It was several hours before sunup when they first heard a boom. It was then followed by shouting of from the agents who were saying that they were certainly executing a search warrant. I can tell you, after that boom, there was a back door that was breached.
It sounded like Gucci cooperated. It sounded like the victim. Gucci was a victim and gave his testimony.
You see, when the FBI come, it ain't no joke.
Come on over here with me,
no
Gucci.
game.
It's all right. It's all right to go and be civilian. Yeah. Come on.
When the FBI come, it ain't no game.
Come on over here with me, Gucci. Press charges on
somebody got to get the
Flashbangs would pop off the federal search warrant of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty's home on April 1st, 2026. The next day, the United States Attorney for Northern Texas would announce 9 individuals, including well-known rappers, were federally charged with kidnapping and robbing at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested in one day, including Memphis rapper Lontrell Williams Jr., aka Pooh Shiesty, his father Lontrell Williams Sr., Memphis rapper Rodney Wright, aka Big 30, and 6 others. A 32-page sealed criminal complaint would state on January 10th, 2026, at approximately 4:50 p.m., 3 victims were kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint at a music studio. The criminal complaint would list the 3 victims by their initials, RD, MM, and BP. But we all know RD is Roderick Davis, the 46-year-old Atlanta rap legend known as Gucci Mane. At approximately 1 p.m. that day, the victims flew into Dallas alongside Gucci's head of security and an additional security officer for a scheduled meeting with Pooh Shiesty, who'd been signed to Gucci's 1017 label since 2021. The meeting was scheduled because Shiesty was upset with the terms of his contract and wished to be released from the label.
I'm gonna interject real quick, man. You You know, and as I'm watching this video, I'm not trying to displace accountability for Pooh Shiesty at all. This Pooh Shiesty a grown man. So if he did this, if this is true, you know, it is what it is. But you gotta wonder how bad was the guidance or upbringing, or I don't want to say upbringing. I'm trying to tiptoe with the words. How bad was the guidance for your dad, who might be what, 40, 50, 60, whatever age, to still be down to engage in this type of activity? It shows the elasticity of the mind frame, and the elasticity ain't wide. Let me break it simple for y'all. Let me break it more simple for y'all. It shows how wide the mind goes, and that mind ain't going too wide, because you supposed to be the one to say, hey man, and in Memphis voice. I'm doing the Memphis voice. If I'm him, this is what I say. Hey man, say man. Hey man, say man. Hey, you got a career ahead of you, nigga. What you doing, nigga? Talking about robbing, nigga. Are we stuck in a bad contract? Alright, nigga, we gotta pump out the album and get up out of it. Figure it out. It might take some time. Shit might get ugly for a little bit. That's what you're supposed to do. Let's figure out legal ways, legal loopholes. Let's try to find a legal loophole. Let's try to figure something out to get out this contract. But the fact that you niggas start, and I don't mean, when I say you niggas, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But the fact that y'all thought y'all was gonna be able to do some John Gotti shit, do some Italian mobster, Godfather shit, Don Corleone, Al Pacino. Y'all see where I'm going with it? The fact that y'all thought y'all would be able to do some mob shit in a world where it's a camera everywhere. Everybody got a phone. It's listening devices. It's shit everywhere. Forensics evidence is at its all-time peak right now. It's so easy to get caught doing shit. They can catch you down to your motherfucking hair fiber, nigga. See how I'm going with it? I'm telling my child, hey man, say man, we focus on the bag. And if Gucci got us in a bind right now, contractually, then we gonna pump out the albums and do what we gotta do to get the fuck up out the contract. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Because at the end of the day, see, what's fucked up about this situation, and I don't mean to make my talking point so long, y'all, but what's fucked up about this situation, on the inside looking in, Gucci might be doing Shiesty wrong. We don't fucking know. But on the outside looking in, it's always gonna look like, damn, Gucci put you on. You fucked up, nigga. On the outside looking in. Keyword outside looking in, as in we don't know what the fuck going on. Only people who know what's going on is the people, you know what I'm saying, on that contract within the party. Lantrell and Roger, they know what's going on. But on the outside looking in, y'all not muscling out that contract or figuring out some legality loophole, get up out of there, it's gonna make y'all look like y'all had bit the hand that fed you.
The label. So he asked Gucci to meet about business. At approximately 1:45, Gucci and his team arrived at the meeting location, a music recording studio within a larger office building. Upon entering the building, they realized the recording studio was closed. In the meantime, they went to a nearby liquor store. Pooh Shiesty's father, who's more commonly known throughout the streets of Memphis as Mob Boss, ran an independent label named Mob Ties Records. Boss would call the owner of the Dallas recording studio at 2:53 p.m., trying to book the studio for Shiesty and Gucci to record music. This was over an hour after Gucci had already arrived.
So Mob Ties
22 minutes after the call, the studio was open to Gucci and his team. A short time later, Mob Boss could be seen on surveillance video speaking on his cell phone outside the building before entering. At 3:39, a production employee would arrive while Pooh Shiesty and his father were standing at the back of the office building, engaged in what appeared to be an argument over the phone. Just minutes later, Shiesty, along with his father, Big 30, and 6 others, would enter the east side of the building, walking through the lobby and into the studio. One of the suspects at a later time was seen exiting before shortly returning with a bag slung over his shoulder. All 9 suspects entered the studio's control room, where inside the victims were watching a football game. Gucci's head of security was positioned in the lobby, while the other guard remained in the vehicle. The victims overheard Pooh Shiesty talking on his cell phone, possibly with his federal parole officer, stating that his caseworker had given him permission to be out on rec time. From what the victims could hear, Shiesty was told on the phone that was not the case, and he needed to return immediately, to which he agreed. At the time, Shiesty was wearing an ankle monitor. Gucci would tell Shiesty they can reschedule their studio session, but Shiesty asked to speak with Gucci privately in the attached recording room. Gucci would enter the room with Pooh Shiesty, his father, and Big 30. The 2 other victims would remain with the 6 suspects, even offering them drinks as 2 of the suspects accepted and pulled up. Inside the booth, Shiesty pulled out a contract termination letter telling Gucci to sign it, releasing him from the label. Gucci refused, Shiesty became agitated, and the 2 began to argue. The 2 victims could see the conversation play out, and one of them saw the conversation intensifying, so he texted Gucci's head of security, who was still in the lobby. While arguing, Shiesty instructed Big 30 to get his bag. Quick pause, because this might actually help you out. If you've ever needed access to your money before payday, there's a banking app called Current that lets you get up to $750 as a paycheck advance once you qualify. So instead of waiting...
So we're gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna cut this EOS video in half. We're gonna end this reaction a little early today. I had some storage issues, y'all. But man, y'all just, do the right thing out here, man, Dude had an opportunity to change him and his family life making music. He tried to do things the Italian mobster Don Corleone way. And he should have knew it wasn't gonna work. This should be a lesson to the youth. A lot of lessons can be learned from this situation. Number 1, I think the biggest lesson that nobody's saying or wants to say is always have you more than one plan in life. I don't mean to interject or make this personal, but y'all know me. I gotta make it personal sometimes, okay? But I want y'all to hear me. I've been making music since 2014. Music hasn't worked. I ain't blew up yet. I learned how to drive a forklift. I learned how to work different jobs. I learned how to have more than one job at once. I'm learning how to do this, what I'm doing right now with you guys. You gotta learn how to, you gotta have, more than one tool in your toolbox. Cause sometimes that tool might not work. I think that's the biggest lesson for the youth to learn from this. Just imagine, and there's no disrespect to Mr. I'm not even gonna call him Pooh Shiesty. I'm gonna call him Mr. Lantrell. It's no disrespect to Mr. Lantrell. But I just imagine like if Mr. Lantrell had a CDL. Imagine if Mr. Lantrell had a successful blog like what I'm building. Imagine if Mr. Lantrell had a big, like a business, a pressure washing business, lawn service, hauling service. Imagine if Mr. Lantrell worked at FedEx and worked his way up. Whatever you do in life, you just have to, you gotta have something else going on, because sometimes like shit can get ugly. And if you can't figure out more than one way to go get some money, you'll find yourself trying to do some Godfather, Don Corleone bullshit, like what Mr. Lantrell and his dad tried to pull off. So that's the lesson I want you kids to learn. For real. Learn as many things as you can. Learn many ways to get some money as you can. Hell, I'm trying to hop into Lyft. Lyft, my next thing, I got some little shit I got to figure out. I done applied to Lyft. Look, any way you get some money, go get you some money. Any way you go get you some money, go get you some money, any legal way. Just have you more than one way, because you never want everything to bank on one thing, because what'll happen is you'll start acting erratically. You'll start doing erratic things. For the youth that doesn't know erratic, what that word means, it means crazy things. Things that don't make sense. Things that are not calculated. Things that are done off impulse. When shit gets ugly and you only got one means of feeding your family, one means of paying your bills, one means of upkeeping the lifestyle that everybody knows you to have. Y'all make sure y'all stay blessed. Watch out for the monitoring spirits. And y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the boy, man. I've been appreciating the support lately. I'll be in the comments talking back to y'all. I don't ignore y'all. I appreciate y'all support, and I hope y'all like this video. Swish.